Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Rabbi Alex Salzberg of the Pelham Jewish Center. I'm saddened not to be able to gather with all of you, as is our tradition for the Thanksgiving Interfaith service. But I'm grateful to be able to put this service together, this virtual service together, to still have a way to gather as a community and to express all that we're grateful for this year. We read in the book of Deuteronomy, "And now, O Israel, what does the Lord your God request of you? Only this, to revere the Lord your God, to walk only in God's paths, to love God, and to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and soul." This is a serious list, long and intense, one that, if taken seriously, can shape every moment of every day of our lives. In Hebrew, this verse opens, "Ata Yisrael, ma Adonai Elohecha shoel me'imach." And now, O Israel, what does the Lord your God request of you? But Rabbi Meir, one of the greatest sages of Jewish tradition, who lived and taught in the 2nd century, reads this opening a little bit differently. He reads it rather than as a question that sets up the list that is to come. He reads it as part of the list itself and translates it instead, "And now, O Israel, the Lord your God requests 100 from you." 100 what, we might ask? Rabbi Meir explains 100 blessings. Each day, God wants us to recite 100 distinct blessings. This is a long list, something that takes constant attention. It's one of the reasons why in the Jewish tradition we have so many blessings for so many different aspects of our lives, over the food that we eat, over the functioning of our body, over the experiences that we have and the actions that we take. Those of you who are familiar with Fiddler on the Roof know that there's even a blessing for the Tsar. We have blessings that teach us, that show us, that bring us along to the idea of gratitude. We can't recite 100 blessings in a day without shaping our entire day around the experience of being grateful. And the experience of being grateful is something that we really need this year. This year in which so many of us have suffered so much, where so many that we know and love have gone through something that is unimaginably difficult, have lost more than any person should be asked to lose. It has been a difficult year. And yet, so many of the conversations that I've had over the past 9 months have focused on the idea of gratitude, where individuals have shared with me that they're grateful to still have a job, grateful for the health of their families, grateful for their homes and their communities, grateful to be able to spend time with those that they love, instead of on a train or in a car driving to the office. This has been a year of intense suffering. It has also, for many in the community, been a year of intense gratitude. A year in which we have all come to recognize what is most important to us and to appreciate it when it's something that we still have and enjoy. There's a story told in the Talmud of a man who is lost wandering in the desert. He is near death, dying of dehydration, and unsure that he'll make it to his destination. He found a tree in the midst of an oasis surrounded by the sand, and this tree was full of delicious fruit, provided pleasant shade, and had a stream flowing at its feet. This man sat and rested beneath the shade, ate his fill of this fruit, and drank the delicious, cool water. Eventually, his strength returned, and he recovered enough to continue on his path. But shaped by the experience of gratitude that he had cultivated throughout his life, he knew that he had to express it and offer a blessing to the tree. And so he asked, "With what shall I bless you, tree? If I were to say, 'May your fruit be delicious,' I already know that it is. Should I bless you that your leaves provide pleasant shade? They already do. Could I say that you should have a stream flowing at your feet? You already do. And so he paused, he thought, and eventually he said, "May it be God's will that all shoots planted from you should be just like you." For many of us in our community, this past year has been one where we've recognized and appreciated and expressed gratitude for all the privileges that we've experienced, for the safety and the family and the community that we have, for the stability in our lives. And it is my hope, it is my prayer, it is my blessing that we take that experience and that we try and bring that to all those around us, to the shoots planted from us, to everyone that we touch. May we help to bring them to that same experience of sufficiency so that they can express that same level of gratitude that I've heard from so many in our community this past year. May we all help to bring one another and to all those around us and all those in our nation and in our world a sense of gratitude and a sense of sufficiency. Happy Thanksgiving.